I promise I don't live in the ghetto. That's just my neighbors. But hey guys, back at it again, filming another video. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite television shows, and one of my favorite things to talk about, honestly, and that is Degrassi. So I'm going to do a season by season breakdown because I haven't watched Degrassi in a while. I watched it obviously when it aired, like literally from when the first episode aired on Teen Nick. And I've rewatched like some episodes, some seasons I've seen like 3 and 4 times, but I don't think I've watched the entire show in its entirety since like it was airing. And also I've only seen like the first, I want to say like 8 or 9 seasons. And then once all the main cast left, I think that was season 7 when everybody from the main cast was gone. I think I watched maybe one more season after that. Then I stopped watching for a while, and then I came back in like in bits and parts. Whatever the season was, the shark in the water, that iconic commercial, I did jump back in for that season. And then I don't know, I've seen like a grip of episodes, the Allie Claire seasons. I've seen like a grip of those, but I wasn't watching consistently. And then once they were off the show, once that generation was off the show, I did not watch it at all until it came to Netflix, and I did watch all the Netflix shows. So that's my history with Degrassi. It's one of my all-time favorite shows. I love Degrassi. I feel like it's like the top tier, most iconic teen drama. Like, I know you have your Gossip Girls and your another one of my favorite shows, Gilmore Girls. You have a bunch of other shows that are about teenagers. Your One Tree Hills, your Laguna Beach. No, not Laguna Beach. It's reality TV. What am I thinking about? The OC. Your OCs. But Degrassi was like, it was a different sort of tease that they were giving. Like it was more. The tagline was like, Degrassi, it goes there, because they really would just come out the bag with some just random iconic dramatics. Like, you'd love to see it. And Miss Degrassi, she was just on a different level. Like, that school, it was just different. It was a different level. So I literally just finished rewatching season 1. I've been trying to figure out how I want to do this video, like these videos, this style. I did like a reaction video for like the most iconic episodes, but then I felt like you don't get the real juice of the episode if you don't, of the season, if you don't watch all the episodes. And I'm not finna edit all 15 episodes or for each season. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, it's too much work. I don't want to do it. I'm not even gonna sit here and stunt. I don't care about YouTube that hard. That is too much. I'm not doing it. So I decided I'll just do a talking video, and maybe I'll insert like some clips if I felt like it was just like a moment that needed to be visualized. But this will just be like my thoughts of the seasons, each season. So season 1 is what I just watched. We open up season 1 with Mother Child Reunion. That's the name of the episode, and it's basically an introduction to Degrassi and the new generation, with like the backdrop of the original Degrassi. I might go back at some point and watch the original Degrassi. I've seen like clips in like maybe 1 or 2 full episodes. I remember when I used to watch the end in Teen Nick, that I think they had like a weekend when they played like every Degrassi episode ever, like even the original OG Degrassi High and Kids on Degrassi Street and all that. I feel like they had that. So I think I've seen episodes of the original Degrassi, but I don't think I've seen like any whole season of the original. But they brought back some of the original characters, so I guess just like to bring it in, like how they typically do with reboots, where they bring back the old people so you can see, but they also give you the new kids, so those are the people that you'll actually be following, but you got to have some of that nostalgia. So we have Joey, who, he don't have no kids. He don't have no kids on Degrassi yet. So we have Joey, we have Spike, who is Emma's mom, and Emma's the main character. We have Snake, who is the media immersion teacher, and also and then we have Caitlin, who again is just a friend. She's just having the kids in the school, and then the black girl whose name I don't remember. Sad. She didn't really have much to do. It was just like, oh, she was I'm assuming she must have been on the original show, and maybe she had like a big plot story on the original show. In the mother child reunion episode, she didn't really have much to do. Like, they came back for the reunion, for their class reunion, their 10-year class reunion. And it was wild to me that it was their 10-year class reunion, because that means that they were supposed to be my age now. And, like, it wasn't given, they didn't look 28. I'm not 28, but they didn't look like my 28. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Then, their storylines were basically like, so like I said, the black girl didn't have much to do. She just came back. I think she was like a doctor, or she had like a doctorate or something. Like, she had like a whole bunch of educational accomplishments, and they were patting her on the back for it. And then Caitlin was like a big journalist who had, I think, a TV show or something, and she was dating this movie producer from LA. And then Joey has a car, a used car. He's a used car salesman. And then I guess Spike is just, I don't know, I think she works at a restaurant or something. And the only reason why I think she works at a restaurant is in one of the episodes I just watched, she mentioned them going shopping off her tips. So I'm assuming she works at a restaurant. I don't remember if they said it in the first episode, because I watched that weeks ago. I watched everything except for those first 2 episodes today, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like those episodes. I don't really care about the like adults, the previous generation, I guess, because I didn't watch that show. And then the kids story, it just wasn't enough like juice or meat to it for me to really like care. But and then like I said, Spike is the media immersion teacher. And they all are just reminiscing and talking about, you know, when they were in high school, how great that was, and blah, blah, blah. And then we find out that Caitlin's new boyfriend ain't really feeling her like that. And he ends up getting into a fight with Joey, who has feelings for Caitlin. It's very obvious, like, girl. And also, Joey's wife died with like a year before this, and everybody is being really weird about it to me. Like, they were like, oh, his wife died so long ago, he needs to move on. And then they're like, it was like less than a year ago. And I was like, and then we get to see baby Alexis Steele. Is it Alexis? I think it's Alexis. I'm pretty sure it's Alexis Steele. And that's Cassie, who plays Manny's real life little sister, and Craig's little sister on the show. But she is so cute, and that's her first appearance. But the thing that like makes me, like, irritates me about the first episode, like the season premiere, I get why they had to bring back all those characters and like who that was for. However, literally the only 2 characters that are in any other episodes in the first season is Emma's mom, because that's Emma's mom, obviously, and Snake, because that is their teacher. Like, Mr. Simpson is their teacher, so obviously he is on the show. But none of those other characters have any sort of storyline. They don't bring any of them back for any other episodes. They don't talk about anything that happened with any of those characters. Like, it was inconsequential. It didn't have nothing to do with nothing. And then even the kids storyline, so the kids storyline, it was basically just Emma and Manny. And Emma and Manny, well, Emma was talking to some boy online, and it was like, you know, how'd that go? She was flirting, and this is in, like, I don't know what year, but like probably like 2002 or 2003. So clearly this was not no teenager, no little kid on the internet. She was talking to a grown man who was trying to abduct her. And then her friend Manny, and also JT, and we also meet Toby. They meet Toby. They all like, girl, this feels shady. Like, I don't understand why this feels shady. It just don't feel right. And she was like, yeah, you're right. And she lied and went and met him. And oh my God, it was a grown man. He was trying to abduct her. Like, girl, duh. And it was just like, again, nothing happened. Like, even in the episode, her mom, like, took her computer out her room because she felt like it was unsafe and she can monitor it better somewhere else. But, like, in previous episodes after that, she still has a computer in her room. So, like, it was pointless. Anyway, so the next episode is the first day of school episode. That's when we meet all of the regular main characters. We get the most iconic look from Paige, which I'll insert here, with her great, like, the glasses and that new look, new year, new Paige. Like, yes, icon, legend. So I don't want to go, like, episode for episode. I just want to talk about the characters and their storyline. So Emma's storyline this season was basically... they're in 6th grade and they're going through, like, growing pains. I will say this season is, like, one of the milder seasons as far as, like, the dramas. Like, the big drama this season was at the very last episode, but previous to that, like, nothing really spicy or Degrassi-ish really happened. So Emma was basically just a regular kid. She got her period for the first time in this season. She met Sean and they started to date. And Sean is like the bad boy or whatever. He transferred from another school, and he stayed back a grade, and he beat some kid so bad he went deaf in his ear, but he's trying to change his life, be a better person, blah 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 blah. So she starts dating Sean. They break up at the end of the season because he gets into a fight with Jimmy, and during the fight he pushes Emma down on the ground, and she said, "That's too much. That's too far. I took it too far." They break up. Okay, then we have Manny. Manny, again, her storyline is not really, they don't really do, like, a whole bunch. She just friends with Emma. She patting Emma on her back, tag team, you know, friend of color duties, blah, blah, blah. Her only storyline is that she wants to join the Spirit Squad. And Emma is being a hater as per usual and tell her that it was sexist. And the thing that really dragged me, like, that really, 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 like, irked my nerves, like, really grinded my gears, was the fact that she said that they should not be in the cheer squad because it was sexist to dance around in short skirts, and she was slut-shaming them. Like, baby girl, your feminism, you gotta grow up a little bit. Like, you're talking about it's inherently sexist for them to just wear a short skirt and dance around, but you're not investigating why you sexualizing them in those short skirts, while you turn it into a male gaze thing and not them having control of their bodies and what they put on those bodies. Because Paige was the one that was designing these uniforms that they were going to be wearing, and I guess, like, obviously it's a cheerleading uniform, so it's not ever going to be like a floor-length skirt. That's not what cheerleading uniforms tend to look at. But the function of a cheerleading uniform is not just purely a short skirt so we can look sexy. Like, it's for utility. There's a reason that you wear a short skirt when you're doing cheerleading. It has a purpose. But you just a hater and self-righteous and need to find some business about yourself. All right, so let's move on to the icon legend. Oh, and also, one of my favorite episodes is Wannabe, which is the beginning of the most iconic teen beef on TV, and that is Paige versus Manny. And that's how we get the beginning of Paige's deep and just long-lasting hatred of Manny Santos. Like, she just developed a case of can't take, and she never got a cure. Like, she just could not take our girl, and you love to see it. We also learned this season that Manny is Leo, and I don't know why I never knew that, but also it makes exact sense that she is a Leo, and I'm also a Leo, if you couldn't tell. Like, bad bitches linking up. Like, love that for her. Always been my favorite character. So then let's go into Paige. So Paige's storyline was basically a messy bitch. That was her whole storyline this whole time. She, on like the second or third episode, they have a dance and she gets Terry drunk because she wants Spinner. She do her friend dirty, dogged her friend out for Spinner. And Terry, being the dumb, weak bitch that she always been, is still friends with her to this day. I cannot. Like, I truly cannot. Like, And I watched a video, and I'll link it, of Andrea Lewis, who played Hazel, and Christina something, who plays Terry, and they talked about like their feelings about Degrassi and their storylines and what they wish they could have changed about being on the show or whatever. And they both talked about how they really didn't get nothing to do. They didn't get like much plots, and how hard it was for them to like understand why they never got much to do. So like I get that it's not like the character's fault that Terry just was a nothing character and never got anything that mattered, and like was such a weak character, and let people treat her dirty the entire 3 or 4 seasons that she was on the show, and then left the show in such a sad way, like, and didn't even get a goodbye. Like, they really did her dirty. And we all know about Hazel, who never got a plot, who was on the show for 7 seasons and got 1 episode that was about her, and that episode was so non-consequential. Like, nothing in that episode mattered past that episode. You could have taken that episode out of the canon of Degrassi and it would not change a single plot. Like, it was pointless. But she got the focus for 1 episode, and then they never did anything else with her. And it wasn't even like she got like black best friend pats on the back like how they did Liberty, or even Jimmy in a lot of instances. But she didn't even get the black best friend treatment. Like she would say herself, the actor would say herself, Andrea, that she was a glorified extra. Like, she literally was an extra that got like screen time and a line every 3 episodes. Like, I literally counted, she got 4 lines in the whole season. She's in the main credits the whole time. The whole season she's in the main credits. She's in 2 episodes. She has 2 episodes where she has actual screen time. And like, our introduction to Hazel is her being messy, spreading a rumor about Liberty, and then literally her only line in that episode is her spreading the rumor. It's her saying, "Girl, I heard this." And then when Emma goes and asks her about it, she's like, "Oh, I heard that from this person." 2 lines. That's the only thing she get. And then there's one other episode where she gets, I forget what she said, but she gets to say one thing. And then she's in 3 episodes. And then she's in the final episode, but says nothing the entire time. The entire episode. She's in the whole episode and it has 0 lines. It's ridiculous. They really did my girl dirty. Like, and I always rooted for Hazel. Obviously, black girl. I'm always going to root for the black girl. But they did not give her nothing to do. They gave her nothing to do. And it was sad. It was really sad. Okay? So Terry's plotline was getting bullied by Paige. Pretty much the whole thing. And like I said, Paige's storyline was being a messy bitch. She really was like, let me just, she ruined her, Terry getting a boyfriend. She ruined, she bullied Ashley for not having sex with Jimmy like they're not 13 years old. Like, get a job, get something to do. You really have to get it together, sis, for you to care that much about what somebody else doing in their relationship, and was hard down flirting with him in her face. Like, girl, get a job, get something to do. Like, please get something to do. Then, I can't think of anything else that she did. But she was just basically just being a mean girl. Like, she was giving you proto Regina George, which, you know, we live for it. I love Paige as a character. I think she's really fun. I think they give her, like, they make her a better character later on, like, once you get more development. Because this first season, she's really just mean girl. That's her only personality. But once we get into the other seasons, like, we get to really understand who Paige is and why she act the way she act. And they made her one of my favorite characters. But I could not have been friends with her. We would have been squaring up, and that's really on period. I really would have had to knock her out. Like, couldn't have been me. Couldn't have been Terry. I could not have been Terry. But, so, who else? Oh, Jimmy's plot line was that he was dating Ashley, and it was boring. It's really, like, baffling to me still, like, 20 years later, that Drake is Jimmy. Like, I don't know why. It doesn't click. Like, when I'm watching Degrassi, because, like I said, I've watched Degrassi a bunch of times. There's some episodes that are like my all-time favorite episodes that I'll just watch like with no context. I'll just watch it because it's my favorite episode. But, like, I don't connect that Jimmy on Degrassi is Drake. Like, it just doesn't make sense in my brain. Like, my brain won't put those together. I guess because I watched Degrassi. And I also remember on Degrassi when Drake would, like, when Aubrey, when he was on Degrassi, because he was Aubrey then, would do, like, the little end behind the scenes and talking and chitting and chatting or whatever. And he would talk about wanting to be a rapper and talking about the music that he was making. And that he had, I remember he was, like, he brought a Clips, microphone, the group Clips microphone off eBay, and how that was his favorite rap group or whatever, and now he beefing with Pusha T. So that's funny. But, like, it just never clicked. Like, every time Jimmy would come on the screen, I'm like, that's really Drake. Like, that's dead Drake. Like, that's you dead serious? That's Drake? Does not make sense to me. But his storyline was basically he was dating Ashley, and he was black best friend TM to Spinner. Spinner's whole plot line this season was, I'm a bully. Like, the basic thing for this whole season was people got, like, their one-word description, and that's what they got to be. Like, Spinner's one-word description was bully, and everything they did in the episode was, like, bully. And like, Hazel, she didn't even get a word. Liberty's one word was, like, know-it-all, maybe, or, like, just, like, precocious, like, kid or whatever. Like, they didn't, like, lean into Everybody Hates Liberty yet. That's closer to, like, season 2, season 3, season 4, where they just really hard down lean all the way into Everybody Hates Liberty, and she's the most aggravating and annoying person on planet Earth, which I just always felt like they did her dirty, because I don't feel like she was ever that aggravating, but they all made it seem like they hated her. And but her storyline this season was nothing really. Like, she ran for one secretary. She wanted to have, like, more power, and then realized that she didn't do good on camera, so she stepped back. That didn't even go anywhere. She had a crush on JT, and then JT lied and told her that he was gay because he didn't want her to like him anymore. And then I don't know, I can't really tell if she figured it out, or if, like, him telling her that he wasn't gay was how she found out. But she found out that he wasn't actually gay, and then her feelings were hurt, and that was in that story. Like, she didn't really have much to do, really. Did I talk about JT's storyline? Because JT's storyline, his one word for the season was gross. He was just like, the homophobia, like the misogyny, like, just the broy antics that he just did. It just wasn't, he was gross and stinky and, like, dirty, and listen, I won't sit here and act like, spoiler alert, I was not crying when JT died, but I also want people not to act like JT was some great character, because he was always trash. Like, JT is one half step above Spinner, who is the worst male character on the show, and I will bet my name on that one. Spinner was trash. Like, he was always just a bully character. And then the stuff that happened after, like the shooting and all that, girl, garbage, trash. Couldn't be me. Wouldn't have associated with him. Couldn't have done it. But let me think. Who else? I said Toby already. He didn't have really nothing to do. Toby was one of the one white characters on the show who never got applied. And I think it's because he's, like, weird looking. Like, I feel like I was about to say if you weird looking that they don't really know what to do with you, but really, Emma was weird looking. But she's a natural blonde, so that might be why she got that. You know, white woman natural blondes, they get a little extra juice, they get a little extra sex on. People ignore it when the face ain't all the way together because they got that blonde hair. So maybe that's why she still got and she was the main character, so that's probably why she still got stuff to do. But Toby never really got, he had, I think, one episode that was about him, and it was about bulimia. And that was the first time I ever really saw, like, the concept of boys having eating disorders. So yeah, and Degrassi really opened up my eyes to a lot of things that I didn't realize, like, were happening. Like, I learned about dyscalculia, which I have dyscalculia from watching Degrassi, like her talking about how she had issues with numbers, and I was like, oh my I do that too. Oh my God. Like, that's and Googling dyscalculia and really doing my research and finding out. So shout out to Degrassi for letting me know and learning and putting me on game or something. I don't know. Let me think. I'm trying to save Ashley for last because I feel like she had like the juiciest arc this season. But I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anybody else before I get into Ashley. I said Sean was trying to get his life together. And then sort of relapsed at the end when he thought he was going to fail a test. Miss Kwan deserves so much, and she didn't get any of it, but whatever. Mr. Radish was another person from the original Degrassi. I think he was a teacher on the original Degrassi, and he's a principal on the new Degrassi. He is bottom tier of Degrassi principals. Top tier, obviously, is Mr. It's Miss Hasalako. No, Miss Hasalakos loses every point that she might have got for being a good principal, for being the mother to Peter. And Peter can die. But anyways, I think that's it. So let's talk about Ashley. So I just want to like make this clear before I really get into talking about Ashley. I hate her. I hate Ashley. Ashley is my least favorite character. Like, I don't understand why she irritates me so bad. Like, why she really like jumps inside of my skin. But I cannot stand Ashley. Side also note. No, moving on. So Ashley is aggravating. I really hate her. She's like Emma in that she's like very much pretentious and self-righteous and thinks that she just is better than everybody, like, and knows everything better than ever, and she just cannot handle for anybody to feel like they're on her level, because how dare you? Like, girl, get a job, like, find something to do. But like, she also is like messy. Like, you can't, because at least Emma be having the nerve to like have like conviction behind her messiness. Like, Emma don't just jump out the box like to be like mean and messy and hateful to people. Like, it has to be because you did something to her first, or like she felt slighted by you, or like she's trying to save the environment or something stupid like that. Like, she don't just jump out the box with the messy. Ashley is low-key a full-on bully. She is a full-on bully to Terry. And like, she feel like she is so much better than Paige. When like, girl, what gave you that idea? She was mean to Jimmy. Her relationship with Jimmy is probably the real reason why I don't like her, because I feel like she did him so dirty the entire time they dated. And once they got back together multiple times, every time they dated, she did him dirty, okay? And then the thing is, like, low-key, I feel like she might be racist, because the thing is, she did not do Craig the way she did Jimmy. Like, the way that she treated Jimmy, she would not have did that to Craig. Like, she would not have let Craig act like that. And I don't know if it's because Jimmy, the character, or because Jimmy is black, but it feels racist. I'm telling you that right now. It feels racist. I feel like Ashley is racist. Because, like, why did you do Jimmy like that? And the funny thing about this storyline of Paige bullying Ashley about not having sex with Jimmy is that Ashley not having sex with Jimmy, or trying to have sex with Jimmy, was like the storyline for their entire relationship. Like, literally from this very first season until the last season that they dated, they were just going back and forth about whether or not they were going to have sex, how they were going to have sex, how that was going to work. Like, girl, we don't care. We really don't care. Like, we hang it up, find something else to do, find something else to talk about. But that goes back to them not knowing to do with black characters. But moving on. So Ashley's plot, Ashley was the only one that really had like a arc. She starts the season, the first episode is the episode about her. Most episodes this season actually are about Ashley, like have the focus on Ashley. I wonder if that's because they knew how they wanted it to end. So they wanted like you to really invest yourself into the character of Ashley before they tore her back down, or if it was just happenstance. I don't know, because I feel like since Emma would be the main character, like Emma should have had the majority of the focus, but she really didn't. Anyways, so Ashley ran for student body president or class president, or I don't know how it works because it's a middle school and I haven't been in middle school for 20 years. So we'll go with 20. That sounds right. So she got president. She was the president, and She was like goody two shoes, getting like good grades, and the teachers loved her or whatever. And she was like running dances and blah 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 blah, whatever. So then I'm trying to think. Oh, her father comes back. Her parents are divorced. Her father comes back from France or something, I don't know, Europe, somewhere in Europe, and comes out to her. Well, he doesn't come out to her. Her mom tells her that he's gay because he was taking too long to tell her. So she has to deal with the emotions of finding out her dad is gay. But I was like, girl, okay, and it don't really have nothing to do with you, like. But she feels like betrayed, and I understand why she feels betrayed, because like her dad was like, oh, remember the dude that I have met you, I like hung out with you, and yeah, well, I was in love with him, and that's why I left your mom, and like, I get it, whatever. She has emotions, she can feel whatever she want to feel, okay, whatever. So then the next like plot point was like her Jimmy stuff. Jimmy really didn't have, like, he has no family like in his face. His parents, I think both his parents are lawyers, or I know for sure his dad is a lawyer, but I can't remember if both his parents are lawyers, but they work a lot. So he's home alone a lot, and he's spending a lot of time with Ashley because that's his girlfriend, hanging out at his house. And instead of her just being like, dang bro, like communicating, but again, this is middle school, so I won't fall for that too much. But instead of her communicating, be like, bro, you at my house every day, like I don't need to see you, because like, get it, okay? I'm not that girl that needs to have somebody in my face all the time. Like, I really actually hate it. I need to be alone. I need to be alone like 76% of the time. Like, you really have to catch me on a good day, and that'll be the day we hang out. But that also is probably why I don't really date. That's why I'm perpetually single, because I don't really like being in people's face like that. Like, I really truly like the cool solo dolo. Like, I don't even be in my friend's face like that. Like, so to have my boyfriend at my house every single day is too much. You're doing too much. I don't need to see you that much. But instead of her telling him, hey, maybe you can hang out at home, or maybe you can hang out with Spinner, or maybe you can hang out with like some other friend, like spend some time with somebody else, she is like being passive aggressive and hoping he reads her mind and trying to throw hints, and then says something shady in front of her brother, who she know is friends with him, and was gonna run back and tell it, because Toby don't got nothing to do but run back news. And he run back and tell Jimmy that she wants to break up with him. Turns out the next day is his birthday, but she don't want to be that shady hoe and break up with him on his birthday. So she's trying to fake like everything's all right, even though she hates him. He get on her nerve. But she don't know, her brother already told him that she wanted to break up. So now Jimmy's like, I'm not about to sit here and get ready played, like my pussy stank. But like he was just like, I'm not about to sit here and no, that's not what's going down. I'm gonna break up with you before you break up with me, since I already got this tea from your brother. And then she's like, wait. Eventually they get back together, and it's like, okay, whatever, moving on. Ugh. So actually, I can't think of anything else that really happened, but the final episode, which is like the iconic episode, for me there are 3 like iconic or great episodes in Degrassi. The first 2, I'm on the season 1. The first 2 are iconic to me, or favorites to me, because they like set up plots that I really love, like plot lines that I really love. So like the cabaret episode sets up the tradition of Degrassi like having like music events, and I love every musical episode. One of my top 5 all-time episodes of Degrassi is Rock and Roll High School. It's just legendary, honestly, iconic. Like the girls, I love a band episode. I love a band episode of any shows. It always is the best. And that might just because like I really love music. Like I really love listening to music. And if you can't tell by the videos that I do talking about music, and the reason why I started this channel to talk about the things I love, and I opened it up with talking about favorite songs versus favorite anything. Like my 2 favorite things is TV and music. Like I watch so much TV. I love so many shows, and I listen to so much music. I really love it. I don't really know like the technical terms. Like I don't do like research. I just know what makes me feel good. You know, what makes me feel great, what I like to hear. So I always love a good band episode of a TV show. I feel like the band episodes like are they're just elite. Like, oh, like anytime the band episode of Even Stevens, when they did like a making a band sort of thing, iconic. The band episode of the Rugrats, oh my god, iconic. I got Simba Pants, like legend. Derek, okay. The band episode of Phineas and Ferb, obviously. So Phineas and Ferb is a musical show, so it's a lot of like it's a lot of good music on the show, like fun music. But dude, we're getting the band back together. The best episode, and that's on Period. It just really is. So Cabaret started like the tradition of musical episodes on Degrassi. I think we get like one every season, or one at least every other season, like some kind of like cabaret music. There were so many Degrassi bands, like it was just good, okay? And we got the iconic Paige Michaelchuck and the Sex Kittens, like PMS, like girl, and went. Listen, this season, I'm pretty sure it's season 2. The season 2 band episode that we get when Paige, after her assault, that song, stop. Like, please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Because legends only, okay? And then, the other one is Wannabe, obviously, because one of my favorite beefs of all time is the Manny Paige beef. And the Manny Paige beef starts with Wannabe. Like, and the writing that gets you from that, like you can tell that it was planned, like you can tell that it was orchestrated, that it makes sense, that the pieces fall right into place if you know like the right episodes to watch. You can see all the bricks that were laid till we got to the episode of when eventually Paige and Manny like are brawling in the hallway. Like, I can't believe Manny really beat her up like that. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So, but the iconic episode for season 1 is obviously Jack a Little Pill, and that's the episode when Ashley takes ecstasy. So the funny thing about the episode is that it's not even the first episode in the season, like the first drug episode in the season. Jimmy was taking Adderall or whatever the ADHD medicine was. He was taking Spinner's ADHD medicine so that he can like keep up with the demands of being on the basketball team and like schoolwork and all that. In that episode, they treated it like very lighthearted. Like they were like, oh no. But Jimmy did get a punishment. He got kicked off the basketball team, not because he did drugs, because nobody found out that he did drugs, but because somebody ended up getting hurt because he was all hyped up on the drugs and he hurt someone. So he got kicked off the basketball team. So there was a consequence, but I feel like it was like nowhere as near as what happened to Ashley. So let's just get into the episode. So Ashley, our good sis Ashley, well, y'all good sis Ashley, I don't like her. Her parents are out of town, so she isn't allowed to invite one friend over. She tells Terry that she wants her to come over. And she tells Jimmy that he can't come over because Terry is the only friend that she inviting over. And then she get in her feelings because he don't get in his feelings. He's just like, okay, I get it. You know, we're 13 years old. There's no reason why he should have been at her house unsupervised anyway. But maybe I'm a prude. Like, maybe I don't know. I got a 14-year-old sister, and it's just, I wish she might. Like, I really wish she might. Like, I really wish she might. Like, I really wish she might. But so she gets in her feelings because he not in his feelings enough about not being invited over to her house. So she like, dog, is he like over me? Because remember, at the beginning of the season or in the middle of the season, she was over him and she was getting bored and aggravated and wanting him out of her face. And now we at the end of the season, she like, Zang, is he over me? Like, is he bored? Is he in his feelings? No, baby girl, you're projecting. Like, you're still bored. You're still pretending like you want this nigga. You just don't want to be alone. You just don't want to break up with him. You don't want to be the bad guy. You don't want to hurt no feelings. That's why you're still in this relationship when you should have just let it go. But now you're insecure and you're like, dog, he ain't cry because I said he couldn't come over. Like, does that mean he don't like me no more? But guess what? It didn't mean nothing. He was respecting boundaries, being a good person, right? So she at the house and she like, dang, like, and her and the girls is bored in the house and they in the house bored. Sean pulls up in her kitchen and is like, she like, why are you here? And he hanging out with her brother or whatever. And JT, her brother's friend, brought drugs. So he like, yeah, get rid of these drugs. I took them from your brother and his friend. So he takes the drugs from them. And he tells her to get rid of it. But instead of getting rid of it, she like, people think I'm a prude. People think I'm a goody goody. Like, I'm gonna show them, right? I'm gonna take drugs. So she take drugs. And immediately she is high. Like, immediately she is like, turn up, turn up, turn up. Like, dropping stuff and breaking stuff and stepping on stuff. Then she like turning up the music. She calls Jimmy and tells him, come over. Like, stop playing. Like, come over. Period. So he come over with his friends. And then JT's friends, like, JT invites Emma and them over because Sean trying to get Emma back, and that's why he was there. And also Toby has a crush on Emma, but like, you know, so basically the entire cast is now here, except no, I think the whole cast was there because they even let Liberty and Hazel come. Like, they really was like going for like full on diversity points. They allowed Jimmy, Liberty, and Hazel to be in the same scene, so love that for them. So they have a party. In the middle of the party, Emma sees that Sean is there, and she's like, don't want none of that. And she tells him to get out her face. And so she storms off or whatever. He is like in his feelings and actually see him like crying about Emma. And she's like, oh my God, ooh, are you okay? She's high now. So like they go into her room and he's like pouring out his heart, talking about how he just really loved his girl. He want her back. He don't know what to do. Like, he hates that he always be making mistakes like this or whatever. And then Ashley, because she high, kisses him, right? So Ashley is still dating Jimmy, and Sean has like recently broke up with Emma, but like he obviously is still into Emma, like still want to be with Emma. And I guess Ashley don't owe Emma nothing because they're really not friends, but like, you gonna be that kind of girl? Like, you wanna be that kind of girly? That's still in boyfriends kind of girly. But anyway, so not only did she but kiss somebody else's man when she had a man herself. They leave. Jimmy like bumps into them and is like what's going on, like what's this? She basically just confesses everything, but again, because she's on drugs, is like, oh, I just had the most amazing experience. Because like, I think on ecstasy, I already told you I'm a prude. I'm also a square or whatever, straight edge, whatever you want to say. I've never done any drugs. But from my knowledge from TV and documentaries, ecstasy like makes you like enhances like your sensory. Well, I can't talk. They enhance your senses, so like you can smell better or like see like colors deeper, or like hear like sounds more intensely, or like taste and feel stuff different. So she was like basically trying to explain that when she kissed Sean, that it was like more intense or whatever than she's ever kissed anybody ever. And Jimmy like took offense to it, obviously, because they're in a relationship and they be kissing all the time. I'm assuming he took personal attack, not because she cheated, because she was basically saying that he was a better kisser, not realizing that she was saying that because she's on drugs. Like, he knew she was on drugs, but I don't think he knew that the reason why the kiss was so intense was not because she had like deep feelings for him, was just because she was on drugs. But anyway, she also dragged Paige and called her a hag and shut the whole party down pretty much because everybody was like, it's awkward, and left. And that's pretty much how they ended the season, with everybody really hating Ashley. And then Jimmy sent Spinner by the house with like all of his like stuff, and they was like, it's over, don't call me, period. And that was the end. That was also their final day of school. So like, it's a summer break, and then when season 2 starts, I'm pretty sure it's the first day of school again. So that is season 1 of Degrassi. Yeah, season 1 of Degrassi is very, very much boring. Like, it's very slow. I won't say it's boring. Well, at least it wasn't boring for me because I've seen these episodes. I know the story, and I also know like future episodes. Like, I know the storylines that like are informed by what's happening in this first season. So like I'm like, oh yeah, because that's gonna turn into that. Like, I'm seeing like the breadcrumbs that's being left, and that's why it's not really boring to me. But it is a very slow season. It's probably the only season of Degrassi that is like as slow. Like, it's probably like on the bottom tier of like drama in episodes of Degrassi. Like, they turn it up immediately in season 2, because I feel like the episode when Paige is assaulted is early in season 2, so they turn up the like drama very quickly in season 2. But yeah, so like I said, Degrassi is my favorite show. I'm gonna do one of these videos for all of the seasons. I'm even gonna go into the seasons that I haven't seen. The format might switch up once I get to the seasons that I haven't seen before, because I might like have more to say, because it's like newer or fresher or whatever. Season 2 is a great season. Season 3 is my favorite season of the series. So the season 3 video, you already know that's gonna be real long because I'm gonna have a lot to say. But yeah, so far nothing is really different than like my original watching or my memory of the show. Like, there's nothing that I was like, oh, I remember this differently, or I felt differently about this character, but now I see. But I do expect some of my opinions to change, because last time I watched Degrassi, I was like probably a teenager, or like maybe in my early 20s. So now I'm like more mature and more open to like hearing other people's sides, and I'm less rigid in my opinions. I'm one of those people that can like hear other people's opinion and like listen to it, and like it'll form how I think. Like, I don't feel like I'm right off rip just because I thought it. Like, sometimes other people are right. I don't know, it's weird. On the internet, you can't get that energy. Like, you either agree with me or you're wrong, is how the internet goes. But I'm very open to my mind changing, you know. But yeah, so that is it. That is the whole of season 1. I'm probably gonna go back in the house and start season 2, because I just really love Degrassi, and it's been fun like rewatching the episodes. I think I've only seen the assault episode. I keep talking about it because I think I've only seen that episode maybe twice, and it's because it's like very touchy for me. It's very like emotional for me to watch that episode. Like, Lauren did her this naive, okay? So I normally, when I'm rewatching Degrassi, or when I've rewatched it in Degrassi before, I've skipped that episode, but I am gonna watch it just for the sake of this video, for these videos. So I'm sort of like preparing myself to have to watch that episode, because it's just a lot, you know. It's just a lot. But anyway, so like this video if you like this content. Whether you like it or not, we are getting more episodes of this Degrassi series, because it's my favorite show and I want to watch it again and I want to talk about it. I don't have anybody in my real life that really cares that deep about Degrassi to talk about, so the internet will get this content. And you'll like it. Subscribe to this channel if you do like this content, and you're not just here because I bullied you. I don't know. Subscribe and there's a new video every Thursday. There are also typically videos on every other day of the week, like on other days of the week, not every other day of the week, but like on other days of the week. Monday and Saturday is like where I try to get like a Monday, Thursday, and Saturday video. I can't always guarantee that, but you will get a video every Thursday. At least one video a week you will get. So subscribe if you want to see more of my face, more of this content, if you care about anything that I'm saying. Just another thing to add at the very end. I think I'm changing the format to my music videos. I'm not going to do one single song anymore. I'm going to do like short mini playlists, and instead of talking about the lyrics in the whole song, I'm just going to talk about like my favorite lyrics, because there are songs that I want to do or songs that I want to talk about that I love, but I don't have enough to say about like for a whole 10-minute video about it. And I don't want to put out like a shorter video just because I really want to talk about that song. So I'm gonna do playlists instead of one individual song. But yeah, so like I said, like this video if you like this content. Please subscribe if you want to see more of me, or just subscribe if you just think I'm nice. You don't have to watch the videos if you don't want to. I wish you would, like, but if you just want to support, you can just subscribe and like the video and share it with somebody who you think might like it. In the comments, tell me what is your favorite episode of season 1 of Degrassi, and tell me who is your favorite character on Degrassi. They don't have to be someone who's in the first season, because season 2 adds like a bunch of new characters. Like we get Craig in season 2, we get Marco and Ellie in season 2. I'm trying to think of who else. I think that might be it. But we get a bunch of new characters in season 2 that like are turned into main characters that get plots and stuff. So it don't have to be someone that was in season 1. Tell me who is your favorite all-time character of Degrassi. Mine obviously is Manuela Santos, the legend and the icon. Period. Alright, so I guess that's it. I'll see you in the next one.